let's talk about it. You mentioned the date. You made, you know what I'm saying, you made some accusations, and you know what I'm saying, I know you're dealing with legal cases right now on somebody you used to be with, OTF Doodie Lo.
I didn't make allegations. They're not allegations. I told y'all what happened. I ain't make no allegations. But go ahead.
No, what if you want to kind of summarize what that was, and how what's the update on that right now?
And I can't really. I can, but I can't. I mean, we're still in court. They are trying to. I don't even really know if I can even say, like, it's just so hard because they're trying so much to stop me so hard. So, you know, the more I talk about things, the more things can be used against me. So I think it'd be smart if I just don't say nothing. But it's still very much so ongoing. I mean, it's just not so public anymore because it just became a whole shit show. Like, I just came to the internet genuinely and honestly because I was hurt. And I was like angry, and I was going through racist cops, like BSOs, really full of shit. And you know, and it's just, I'm out here, my baby daddy's in prison, and I'm just like, my baby is hurt, ain't nobody gives a fuck. So I just wanted to go on the internet, and it just was like, I'm not no bitch. So it was like, you know, I could tell the police investigation because of all the different factors that play in it. And the main one is just the time. I didn't know. My son didn't tell me for 2 months because he didn't want to tell me. And some kids don't tell. Some kids never say nothing. So it don't matter when he told me, but he told me. And the fact that it was late, you know, I knew coming on Instagram already that police weren't going to help me. I already knew that. But I wasn't going to come on the internet and let the people that are trying to fight against me know that I'm losing. And I'm trying to get you somewhere and they're not helping me, but I don't want you to know that. So I came to Instagram and it just was like, first of all, you're not just going to get away with it. You know, it was just like, I'm not a bitch. I'm not just going to be quiet about it and just act like it didn't happen. Like, I was fucked up. Like, I wasn't on Instagram for I think a whole month. Like, before I was silent before I came and said anything because I wasn't even on my phone. My phone be dead most of the days when I first found out, but I'm a fighter, so for me, it's just like, I had to fight smart, because my baby daddy's not here, and I don't have a lot of family, and if my son don't have me, he don't have nobody, so, you know, I had to be smart, and I had to just be there for my son first, and, you know, where we go through that, my son's been in therapy, I've been in therapy, and, I gave it to God, so, but I'm like, I brought it to the light, and, you know, unfortunately, I feel like it'll probably happen again, but I just feel like if it does, hopefully that, you know, they're strong enough to say something, because it's very hard to be like, something happened to me and people don't believe you. I think anybody would say that if you get thrown into jail and they charge you with murder and you didn't do it, you're going to be in there like sick, like, I didn't do this. And then if you're telling people and they're not believing you and people laughing at you, that makes it even 15 times worse. But me, I'm a mother. So this is my child. We talking about kids that have no rights. Kids don't have no goddamn rights. They don't give a fuck about kids. So, you know, I'm a single mom, and I feel betrayed. I feel hurt. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it don't even make no sense. It caught me off guard. Like, it was nothing that I planned. It literally was just, you know, me being told by my son and my boyfriend molesting him, and that's what it was, and my whole life blew up. So it is what it was, you know. Like, I played, like, I was very emotional, like, you know, I'm still emotional about it, but in the heat of the moment, I was emotional, so I might have reacted, did certain things, you know, acted out, like, because I'm hurt and I'm crying for help, and ain't nobody helping me. So I express things differently because I'm a boss. I've always been independent. Like I said, I've talked about who I am and what I've done and the amount of money. So I've always been independent. So to be knocked down to where, like, I can't get up, I can't eat, I can't shower, like, that's hard, you know. So, you know, it is what it is. But all I know is that I ain't lying and my son ain't lying. So It is what it is. If people think whatever they, I don't give a fuck. I really don't care, because the most important thing is that my son knows that I heard him, I believed him, and I did everything that I could do and still doing, and it will never, for the rest of my life, it won't be something that will ever die down. I'll never stop fighting. No matter how much blackmailing, no matter how, I got arrested. I can say that, I got arrested for nothing. I got arrested just so that my mugshot could be posted on the internet and I could look crazy. I got hit with 2 assault charges and I didn't leave my house. I sat on my couch and I posted a video on Instagram and it's like anybody, as any parent, to see that. I don't care what anybody feels about nothing. If you look at that video and you tell me that person in that video is telling the truth, you don't want to believe it, and I'm not going to argue with you. But I'm a parent, and I see it with my own eyes. I seen it, I already know, but now I can see it, and, I share it to everybody, and I get arrested the next night for nothing. For nothing. I never got charges filed against me. I never had to pay a bond. It literally was just so that they could cover it up with, boom, she just got arrested. Now, everybody forgot about what the fuck I just said. And that's just how it's been. It's been me just dropping facts after facts, and then things being manipulated and things happening, like the apology video, and that was like, I hate myself for doing that. But at the end of the day, like, what I said in that video wasn't true, and I did it because I was told to do it. And I can't go into what happened in the details about that shit, but that shit was false and fake, and it was literally, it was to ruin my credibility, so that anything I said after that, it would look like nonsense. And unfortunately, like I said, I'm by myself, and I did certain things out of panic and fear, and it was what it was. But I'm still fighting, and that's that.
I wanted to touch base because it seems like you've posted and you've done everything the right way a mother should, or you've shown facts, but it still seems like people don't want to believe you, or people don't, understand.
I mean, it's just a hard thing to believe, like, especially when you're dealing with rappers or celebrities. Like, you never want to believe. Like, it's something hard to believe. Like, it's even hard for me to believe. So a lot of the times people just don't want to believe it. A lot of times people will brush things under the rug. Like, I know personally, I've gotten so many thousands of messages from people, grown men, like, crying to me, like, telling me they never said nothing. It happens so much. But it's just something that's not accepted. It's so hard for you to accept. My brother is this, my dad is this, my uncle is this, my boyfriend. It's so hard for you to accept that. So people don't. They just brush it under the rug.
Do you think they pick and choose what they want to believe?
I mean, of course. I mean, and all the time, like, there's a girl and there's a boy. They always side with the man. Like, it's always like that. Like, a nigga could get caught beating the shit out of a girl, and niggas is not gonna give a fuck. Like, niggas is still around them. He's not gonna get his ass beat. Like, especially when we talk about the industry. We're talking about the industry. So we're talking about people who are in the industry. Like, the music industry is evil. It's very evil. It's very, very evil. It's worse than the strip clubs. So I went from one extreme to something way worse, and I had no idea where I was going. And a lot of the stuff that happened to me, it could have been avoided if I would have understood what was going on around me that I couldn't understand.